If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, but let's get right to it. Is Netflix spending its way into bankruptcy? Look, just a couple of years ago, they were spending $4 billion in original content. Then it jumped to $8 billion. Then it jumped to $9 billion. Now, they just put out an article that said Netflix is poised to spend $15 billion on original content for 2019. That is the amount of money of some of the GDP for small countries around the world. Okay? That is an enormous amount of money, and it's all debt service. Okay? It's all credit. And I understand that there's competition with DC Cinematic Universe putting out their app, and Disney's poised with Disney Plus to launch and just destroy all these streaming services. You know, HBO decided to get into the streaming service. Showtime, everybody is just jumping on the streaming service. And are those subscriptions enough worldwide to keep Netflix from going under or struggling? I get that when all of the original content that Disney has and all the Marvel stuff, everything gets pulled off of Netflix, they have to have their own stuff. They have to have their own superhero shows, their own properties. They have to have their own original stuff to make eyeballs stick around. With $15 billion, $8 billion the year before, $4 billion before, I mean, it's a lot of money. And I really feel they're going to start running ads. The article I read said, no, they're still going to just be subscription-based. They're not going to run ads. I just don't buy it. Even if they just do like HBO does on HBO Now and have a montage in the beginning of each original film or original series, a montage of all their other shows to get people hooked to go to those other shows. But I could deal with that, or I could deal with one cereal commercial or a Tide Pods commercial or something like that at the beginning of every show on Netflix. I could live with that, okay? But what I can't live with is when I'm watching Hulu and I'm watching a show on that, and then they break and they show 4 commercials and they go a little longer, then they break and show another commercial, and then they go a little longer and they break. Just like network television. I don't want a streaming service to watch network television again. That's not what I want to do. And when are they going to pay the piper on this thing? When is the bill going to be due on the billions and billions of dollars that they are? And I see they just raised their prices again. They're trying to compensate. But I just think Netflix in the next year and a half has to seriously do something that it can compete with everything else that's coming. And I just don't know, man. I don't know. And I'm at the point where I have a subscription to Hulu, a subscription to HBO Now, a subscription to DC. I plan on doing a subscription to Disney. And, you know, I've cut the cord and I've gotten it down to just cable, high-speed cable. But when you start adding all these apps, I might as well have cable. I might as well have a $120 package if you start adding up all these plus my $60, $70, $80, you know, whatever it is that I pay for high-speed internet. You might as well just go back to cable at that point, because it's getting ridiculous, and get a DVR box and record what you want. I don't know, man. I don't know. $15 billion this year. That's insane. I mean, I've got projects I'd love to produce. So if Netflix, if you're out there, give me a call. I got some original content for you. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I see some big problems coming. Big problems. What do you think? Do you think Netflix is outspending itself? It's got carrying too much debt and it could implode? You're one nutty CEO away from making a crazy decision that implodes everything. But I don't know. Let's talk about it in the comments. And I'll see you on the next video.